Hey, it's Friday night. My name is Zach. This is West Coast Podcast. This is what we're doing. We're watching Rampage as always while it's still around before it gets taken off. While we watch Rampage, we're going to get your WrestleDream predictions. If you're not watching live, leave comments. We'll comment back and start a conversation with your picks. And of course, we're talking a lot of pop culture stuff. We are talking about the new Green Lantern series, some scary movies, Terrifier 3 video game. Yes, a Nintendo clock, a whole lot more, and of course, some big Doctor Strange news just dropped moments ago. Thank you, Knock, for alerting us here at the channel. That is it. Let's get this thing going. Here we go. It is Friday night. You know what that means. It is Rampage. As I clear my throat, my name is Zach. We're doing it again, Friday night. Let's get the screen ready here because we're going to have a good old time here. As you can see in the background, WrestleDream is this weekend. Orange Cassidy coming out right now. The Conglomerate, Kyle O'Reilly. That's going to be the first match against the Undisputed Kingdom. Boo! Undisputed Kingdom, one of the worst factions ever in wrestling. Let us know your thoughts on Rampage. And of course, we got your picks coming up for AEW WrestleDream. And of course, a big debut this Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to your comments. Like, Millennial Noob, how you doing, buddy? I'm all right. Thank you very much. I've had a fucking stressful week, but we're all good, baby. How are you doing, Noob? You good? I hope you are. Always glad to see you here. The sun is setting over my head here in Hollywood, California. Get your thoughts ready on everything pop culture, movies, TV, comics, and of course, wrestling. Let me know how SmackDown was too. I'll watch that later tonight. This is kind of what we're doing tonight. So here's a glimpse of the matches tonight at Rampage and the matches coming up for WrestleDream. Get your picks in. That is it. How you liking the lineup tonight? Are you excited? Does TK got you hooked for the weekend? I'm going to take AEW WrestleDream a pass because I'm going to the movies to watch Transformers 1 tomorrow. Noob, I can't wait to get your review next time we talk about Transformers 1. And please let me know why the hell they have teeth. If they explain that in there, I'll give it a shot. But man, that's cool. Good for you, Noob. A lot of cool stuff heading to theaters now. Joker looks like it's going to be number 2 in its second week. Big drop here. How many weeks left? We're going to do this every week. How many weeks left does Rampage have? I'm going to say it's done by Thanksgiving. I think that's it. I think we might have a big Thanksgiving send-off. Maybe end of the year, but I think Thanksgiving time is it for Rampage. Thank you all for joining me on these Friday nights. And of course, we'll find something else to chat about. Of course, there's SmackDown and a whole bunch more, but we'll get your picks for WrestleDream momentarily. Man, we got a lot of pop culture stuff to talk about too. So I'm excited. Kind of a fun week. And of course, Doctor Strange news dropping moments ago. Thank you, Knock, for cluing me in on that. Hassan Terrell, thanks for joining. Tomorrow morning, it's my mom's birthday. I'm doing Next Level Up on Peacock and a movie. Nice. Well, happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for the gift that is Hassan Terrell. Did you get your mom anything? Get her a gift? All right. We talked about this on Wednesday a little bit, and we'll talk about it a little bit more as the show goes on. But this taping was one of the lowest attended tapings in AEW history. So if you can tell in the crowd, if you see some dead spots or where they're how they're not showing spots of the arena with the camera, point them out as we go along here because I did not get to see all of Dynamite. Yeah, they are helping out the hurricane, so that is really cool. And our guy Eric is out there in Florida. Anyone else watching in Florida? Hope you're doing all right, man. We're talking about that too. The Thunderdome got tore up. You give a birthday card early yesterday. That's sweet. You're a good son. AW's made WBD very messy, from destroying Cartoon Network to make Joker 2 embarrassing. But the one thing I'm happy to see is Velma's canceled. Yes, noob. That is a good thing. That is a very good thing. There's so many reasons why that show is bad. There's so many reasons why that show should not have ever been on the air. Oh, I had some other Warner Brothers news. I didn't put it in here, but there's a big tower in Burbank near the Warner Brothers Stadium that housed all Warner Brothers staff. Not all, but a lot of Warner Brothers staff. Whole building emptied out. So another Warner Brothers property in Burbank is now emptied out. That makes 3, including the TBS offices that resided there, and another place that if you pass by had these huge posters for the movies that were out at the time. So a lot of real estate that Warner Brothers owned and used in Burbank is now empty. They're really, really trying to clear house on all fronts. So again, kind of what you do if you want to look good for a sale, and that sale could be coming up this spring. So I got some Batman 3 news too. I did not put a slide up. We'll talk Batman 3. I do have some news on there. Some of you might have seen. So Hassan votes for Orange Cassidy's team, the Conglomeration, to win. Haven't they been winning? I'll go with you though. I'll say the Conglomeration as well. The show should never have existed in the first place. Oh, Velma's so awful. All right, we're in picture a little bit longer, and we'll get to some picks here. Let's check this out here really quick. The Batman 3. Let me see if I'm spelling this right. The Batman 3 canceled? That's the rumor. Another rumor of Warner Brothers going around right now is that the Batman 3 has been canceled. They are going to go ahead with the Batman 2, Matt Reeves, and the team will continue on with that. But they want more continuity in their DC universe, and after the Joker, they think that other side projects are going to interfere with what James Gunn has planned for Superman and everything else. So do you think this is a smart move? You think they should just let Matt Reeves finish his trilogy, which he previously stated that I thought he was going to? Or do you think the Batman Penguin and the Batman 2 will be enough for this little Bat universe? What are your thoughts on the cancellation of the Batman 3, if this is actually for sure going to be done? But Noob, you talked about the Joker being some bad news for Warner Brothers. It did have a little bit of a domino effect here going into other projects, and you look at the timetable and when the Batman 2 is actually going to come out, and then when that came out as opposed to when the Batman came out. Do you want to wait even longer for a Batman 3 when you already might be putting a new Batman into your universe? And then there's, of course, talks they want Robert Pattinson to just be the Batman, but I think those talks have now gone to the wayside. They just want a fresh new Batman for their James Gunn universe. So what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on Batman 3 being canceled? All right. You liked it? I really did like the Batman. I really did like it. So I think this is just kind of like a case of maybe there needs to be a bit more of a deadline if you are going to have people make trilogies and stuff like that. Or just maybe let Matt Reeves try to film one big movie and you split it into two. I know the script was just finished for Batman 2, so I don't know how long it'd take him to make extra adjustments to it. Batman Reeves continues trilogy. It was a great noir vibe. Definitely. I fully agree with that. I saw the teacup. Hey, how was that? I might be watching it this weekend. What do you give it? What grade do you give it? That's right. Teacup on Peacock. There's another one coming up next week, I think, on Peacock, another horror anthology series. So, and you did enjoy Blackwater Lane movie on Peacock movie yesterday too. Ooh, I might check that out. I did watch a movie on Max. We'll get to that in just a little bit too. We'll do that after we do your WrestleDream predictions, which we'll get to in about 5 minutes. So get those predictions ready and get your popcorn. As the Undisputed Kingdom try even harder to make a name for themselves. Blackwater Lane. Two in the Lifehouse series. I didn't even know what Lifehouse series was. I have to look into that. I'm such a Kyle O'Reilly fan. I just want him away from this. I wouldn't mind him away from Orange Cassidy. I am very kind of bored with Orange Cassidy. I think he needs a refresh. Bennett and Maria Kanellis, the Pants in the Family, said her time in AEW is going to run out on the 31st of the month. What are your thoughts on that? Was she used enough in AEW? And again, what are your thoughts on the Batman 3 cancel? Thank you, Millennial Noob and Hassan Terrell, for your thoughts on there. You can sense how many people are in the arena right now if you just listen to the ohs. They shouldn't be ashamed to go smaller. I thought NXT looked great in a smaller arena. That's it. The Conglomeration take it. You called it. Hassan Terrell. Last Wednesday night on Halloween Kills on Peacock. I hated Halloween Kills. I hated Halloween Kills and I hated Halloween Ends. Ugh. Went to the premiere of Halloween Ends. I love the very first part. The rest of the movie is trash. I got an idea for next week. How about taking a look at the NWA roster and see if they fit in the NWA style and if they go to AEW, WWE, and TNA in the future? Ooh, we could do that next week. I like that. Noob, at the end of the year, I'm gonna have a week free. I might do a live stream if Billy Corgan finds a spot for Power. Let me know if you think doing a live stream of an NWA show is a good idea. Mercedes on again on Rampage. Camille needs to stand a bit taller, man. Let me tell you something about Big Daddy Cool and even Big Mommy Cool over on Raw. The stance, it is the projection in front of the camera. They need to get Camille on that same boat here because she's Mercedes Heater. She needs to look intimidating. Character work. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay, so Camille's into her. All right, the Acclaimed are out right now. Sonic Rumble coming up in 3 months before the first day of winter. Oh, Sonic Rumble. All right, listen. They're getting attacked by the M&M Connection. You know what this means. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's get into your WrestleDream predictions. All right, WrestleDream. Let's get it going right here. Get your predictions in again if you're not watching live. Let us know who you think is going to win and any surprises that you think will happen at WrestleDream. It is happening this weekend. WrestleDream. A lot of people think this is where Bryan Danielson will lose the title and possibly retire full time. I think he's going to go a little bit longer. I don't think the build is there for Mox, and if this is it, okay, I'm not mad at it. Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest of all time. So what he says goes. Words, Zach. All right. Let's get into these matches right here. As the M&M collection attacks the Acclaim. First matchup, this is going to be 0 Hour. It is going to be Atlantis Jr. versus Brian Cage. This match could have been promoted on this show, Rampage, but it's not. Okay. Anyways, this is your first 0 Hour match. I'm sure more are going to come. I got to say they're going to give it to Atlantis Jr. I think Brian Cage is very comfortable with how he's been as a utility player in AEW. So that's my 0 Hour pick. If there are other 0 Hour matches, feel free to leave comments. Tomorrow, I'll comment right back. So, all right. Did they claim to have a spot? Is that a 0 Hour match? That is a new match right there. MNX Collection versus the Acclaimed. Who do you have? That is a new one. And a special surprise. They're teasing the third man like it's the NWO. Come on now. I think MNX, X&M, M&M peanut butter flavored are going to take the win with their third man. I don't know who the third man is going to be. If you have any suggestions, let us know. But that's my pick for the second 0 Hour match that has now been booked here on Rampage. Brian Cage is winning. All right, we got difference right there. Got to vote for Atlantis Jr. Level Up is starting now. Yeah, it's going to be a 0 Hour match. So I'm going to say M&Ms are going to take the victory. And then on Collision for like 4 weeks, you're going to have three-way matches between the new M&Ms and the Acclaimed. All right, let's get into the actual pay-per-view. Tomorrow is WrestleDream. Darby Allin versus Brody King. I feel like this is going to be another matchup where Darby makes someone else look good by tossing his ass around. I do think Darby's going to win. I think this is going to lead to a match later on down the road with Moxley, or if it's going to be him finally getting his shot at Bryan Danielson. Pardon me, but I'm going to go Darby Allin with the win for this one. Hassan Terrell says Darby Allin as well. Let us know your thoughts on that. And M&M Collection is winning tomorrow just to embarrass the Acclaimed. I agree. All right. I hope Darby takes it easy on here. I know Brody King can take some bumps, so I hope he takes a little bit of the lead here in this dance. I want Darby to last longer, especially if he wants to climb on Interest this year or next year. Like, chill. All right, next matchup, Jack Perry versus Katsuyori Shibata for the TNT Championship. I don't think the build of this has been big enough for his title change. I think they're going to have something in store for his title change that'll affect the storyline with the Elite. I don't think Shibata in this match is it. Shibata maybe in a rematch is it, but I'm going to say Jack Perry retains his title here against Shibata. So let me know your thoughts. Some headshot tomorrow morning is my mom's birthday. And you vote Jack Perry as well. Yeah, I think Jack Perry needs still more of a build up, and I wouldn't mind him holding the title for a little bit longer, especially because he does have his own special title. I'm going to turn into a square. Nope. All right, another vote for Jack Perry. Jack Perry. I think he's holding on to it. All right, next up, it is going to be Hologram versus the Beast Mortis. 2 out of 3 falls. Hologram, I'm going to say clearly winning this. The Beast Mortis has been 60-40 booking, taking the pins 60% of the time and winning 40% of the time. TK really wants to build Hologram, and I'm cool with that. Hologram's a fun character. I like variety in my wrestlers, so it can't all just be the big workhorses. But this could be a fun match. The Beast Mortis is so good. He's really good live, so I hope the crowd gets really behind this. So. Another vote for Hologram. I hope the stage, it's almost sold out, I think. I think it's under 500 tickets left. Another one for Hologram. Yeah, I think Hologram is taking the victory here. Easy money. All right, AEW International Championship. I have to read it because I don't remember what it is. The International Champion, Will Ospreay, will defend against Ricochet and Takeshita. I was wrong last time about Ricochet taking the title off of Will Ospreay. I kind of think Takeshita will take it in this. I think maybe that's the point of him being inserted in this. But I'm going to say Will Ospreay retains for a one-on-one match with Takeshita later on, and then they'll do a bigger one-on-one match against Ricochet and Ospreay later. But I'm going to say Ospreay retains the title here. San says Ricochet. Okay, there we go. Let me know who you think. I'm going to say it's going to be Will Ospreay, though. Oh, Maxine. Maxine coming to Max. I haven't seen that. I can't wait for that movie. I never saw Pearl. X is fine. Max's horror movies. Max's actual library coming back to Max. Warner Brothers' actual library. All right, next match is the Young Bucks versus Private Party. I kind of think the Young Bucks will retain for the same reason I think Jack Perry will retain. But man, just give Private Party the belts and give them a run. I don't think the Bucks need the belts right now, but for part of their storyline, I kind of think they should retain. But then again, now you have Moxley and his crew, the new BCC. Just rename the club, please. I'm going to say the Young Bucks retain just because it's the same situation as Jack Perry. Rocky Romero being interviewed right now. Private Party gets a vote right here. All right. I think Private Party should win. I don't think that they will. All right. Brian Keith versus Rocky Romero still coming up right here. Let us know who you got. The Young Bucks versus Private Party. Next up, it is Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho. We'll talk about him a little later on with the Terrifier 3, but I'm going to say Mark Briscoe actually gets the pin on this one. I'm going to say it helps make him a bigger deal getting a pin in a one-on-one match against Chris Jericho. Chris Statlander coming out right now. Another new entrance. Now that she's a face again, I don't know how she's a face again, but yeah, I'm going to say Mark Briscoe retains. And Tony Khan, if you're going to make a big deal out of Mark Briscoe, please do something with ROH. Another vote for Mark Briscoe. All right. Let's just cut the shit, huh? Swerve Strickland returns at WrestleDream. What do you think is going to happen? Seriously, what do you think is going to happen? Okay. Swerve Strickland reporting. This is going to be such a quick match. I had to look down because we're watching Rampage live. Swerve Strickland coming back at WrestleDream. What the hell do you think is going to happen with all the buildup? It is not going to be a regular promo. It is not going to be a new feud set up with anyone on the roster. It is going to be the debut of Bobby Lashley. WrestleDream debut of Bobby Lashley. And we'll see whose side Swerve Strickland is on. I don't know. Yeah, you get the point on that one because he's going to be there no matter what. But Bobby Lashley, in my mind, he's debuting. This is it. All right, Hangman Adam Page versus returning Jacked Jay White. They both need a win. That's it. Kris Statlander wins. That's the match right there. Kris Statlander just took it. Under a minute match. Looks like Camille's next, but Camille needs a little bit of acting lessons, just a little bit. Both men need a win here. I'm going to. All right, something you say, Hangman. I'm gonna say screw it. Something happens with the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I don't know what, but that is going to happen, and neither one of these men are going to walk out with a victory, a possible disqualification victory. But Chris Jericho with one of the worst gimmicks of all time. I know some of you like it, but I can't take it. All right, Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. Obviously, Mariah May is going to retain. Maybe not obviously, but I'd love to see Willow get the belt. I just don't think this is it. I'm glad Willow is in the world title picture. She can be reinserted after whatever happens, because I'm sure someone will come out at the end of this and be Mariah May's next opponent, maybe leading to Full Gear. But yeah, Mariah May is going to take this one and retain her title. And I do think Mariah May should have at least 2 title defenses between now and Full Gear. We just need to see a little bit more of her in the ring. Can't just be the awesome storyline with Timeless Toni Storm, but we need to see this established champion. Humble is word of the day from Chris Jericho. This is it. This is the main event. Many people are thinking Bryan Danielson could leave WrestleDream as a retired full-time wrestler and enter his part-time career. I'm going to say at WrestleDream, Bryan Danielson retains the title against Jon Moxley, because whatever the big reveal is that has been teased by Jon Moxley will happen at WrestleDream, setting up the next step towards Bryan Danielson's full-time retirement. I do not think this is it. I think this is going to be a big reveal and a big surprise at the end of the show. We'll have Bobby Lashley, and then we'll have the big reveal at the end of WrestleDream. I hope to God it's not Shane McMahon. If it is Shane McMahon, it goes against all the shit Jon Moxley said when he first came into AEW. The Beast Mortos coming to the ring right now. That is WrestleDream. What do you think? That is the card. That is the full deal. What are you thinking of it? Are you excited for WrestleDream? Is it kind of a blow-off? Is it just kind of going to be another AEW pay-per-view with like okay bill, but it's going to be an awesome pay-per-view? Let me know in the comments what you think of WrestleDream build. San says Bryan Danielson's going to win. I agree, man. I don't think Jon Moxley's taking it. But that is it. That is the full card right there. What match sticks out to you as a must-see match? My must-see match, I think it's going to be the Swerve segment. I'm very interested to see how people come back after losing the championship. Those are the little things that I enjoy in wrestling. Character development and like the writing aspect. So that's for me, and of course the debut of Bobby Lashley in AEW. But of course, Ricochet, Ospreay, and Takeshita is going to be good. Yeah, those are my 2. And the 2 out of 3 versus this man, the Beast Mortos. Silent Hill 2 remake showcase in IGN last Tuesday afternoon. I did too. What do you think of that remake? I remember playing that game first time out on the PS2. That is WrestleDream. We've got a lot of pop culture news to talk about in just a bit as Rampage starts up. Rocky Romero and Brian Keith coming up yet. Lance Archer in action. And of course, we saw the Conglomerate. Hey, what happened on SmackDown? Was SmackDown good? If you watch SmackDown, let me know. I did not see SmackDown yet. It comes on in a little bit. But, yeah. All right, they're starting to build WrestleDream up on commentary now. The Butcher just here to make everyone else look good. And Dragon Ball Z video game showcase was good. I enjoyed that too. And I love what they're saying. There's no shame in turning the difficulty down on that game because they did make it more challenging than the other Dragon Ball games. So you enjoyed SmackDown. What highlights are there? Anything I should skip or anything I should definitely watch? Thank you guys for making me watch the dumpster match. Man, was that fun. Chelsea Green and Mishin. If you want to follow the Beast Mortis online, he is pretty funny. He's pretty good. He does take pictures with the mask on. You never really see his face, so he stays in character. The Beast Mortos gets a vote. Yeah, there's no way the Butcher's winning. All right, we have 29 minutes together. We'll talk about some pop culture news. We're going to talk about Green Lantern coming up. Talking about Batman 3 possibly getting canceled with some additional stuff with the DC Universe. It's a positive. You can hear everyone talking in here. That's how few people are in this arena. Nope. Some of the Tomb Raider was good and enjoy it. I kind of want to replay that game again. It was so long since I did play it. I did enjoy it the first time through Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2. I hope they don't try to remake those movies again. I'm fine with no more Silent Hill movies. All right, let's get into some pop culture news as the time comes crashing and burning. As you saw, the results are in NXT and AEW Dynamite from Tuesday. These are the ratings. Did you watch one or the other? I did watch NXT. I did not watch Dynamite. I watched the highlights online, and that's kind of maybe it's the fault of wrestling companies to just keep putting things up online moments after they happen. But yeah, that is what it is. We'll see what AEW Dynamite does back on Wednesday nights on the TBS network this Wednesday. But man, this is a big difference. That's a huge difference. So that's over 500,000. Let me do some math here. That's 545. Whatever. There's some numbers in there, but that's a difference. And of course, as we reported too from SB Scoops, it was the Dynamite was the lowest attended in the show's history. Pardon me, but as you can tell from Rampage, you can hear it. You can hear the lack of people in the audience. So I hope AEW starts picking up. So I do enjoy the product and I do enjoy making fun of it. So Hassan did enjoy both Tuesday Night Wars, and it was good too. So there you go. Good wrestling on no matter what, just support wrestling. If you can, we like wrestling. But these are the breakdowns if you want to look at them. You can see the demo ratings up there too in the top right. And there's the breakdowns. All right. NXT, are they taking viewers from AEW? Or was moving to from Wednesday to Tuesday such a big deal that they lost that many people? All right, this is it right here. I'm just going to put this up full screen so you can see. This is the Tropicana Field dome that the Thunderdome was in after Hurricane Milton went through and tore the roof off of it. That is the roof off of the Thunderdome that WWE lived in for the pandemic era. That is insane. Again, if you're in Florida, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're safe, and I hope I just hope nothing really happened to you out there with the hurricane. Terrible videos out there. So this is just the wrestling related one that we have on here. And of course, our guy Eric is out there in Florida. So I hope you're safe, buddy, if you're watching, and send some good thoughts to Eric out there. All right, what else we got here? Oh, it's the bracket. Are you into baseball? Here it is. We could have New York versus New York. I know LA is playing tonight, and they need to hang on. So this could be LA's last night in the 2024 season. So if you are rooting for a team, let me know who you're rooting for. but it could be New York versus New York in the finals. All right, this is a big one. I'd like to know all of your opinions. This is video game related, and it is kind of becoming almost. It is in California. Gavin Newsom might want to make this a law, but on Steam, when you purchase a digital product, this comes up on the left. Purchase of digital product grants a license for the product on Steam. This is, you can read more, but it's basically saying that if you buy a digital copy of a video game, you do not own the video game. The company can take it from your system at any time. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in the verbiage if you want to look at it, but this is so. I want to talk about this more with Knock, and if anyone has any thoughts on this, please, let's discuss this, because this is going to become something, again, lawmakers want to put as a requirement before you purchase something digitally. So if you get a movie digitally and you buy it, or a video game digitally and you buy it, it might be required that a warning goes up telling you, even though you bought that digital copy, you do not own it. And it can be taken from you at any time. So it'll be very generic like this. And then if you click on all the extra verbiage, that's what it'll explain that it can be taken from you. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Does this make sense to you? Were you always like kind of like cool with this being a thing for digital releases? Or is this kind of shocking to you? I'd love to know. This is, it's something that I'm very surprised is coming to light by companies like Steam and stuff, but I think it needs to be brought to light because yeah, I'm a physical copy guy, but I do have digital downloads, of course, on my PlayStation 5. Concord is going to be free to play game on the PS5, which is okay. Hey, when is that happening, Noob? I will play Concord on the PS5. We could have a Concord party, Noob. I'm totally down with that. But what do you think about that? Noob, you play video games. Anyone else playing video games out there? What do you think about this warning telling you that your digital copy is not you owning that movie or video game or TV show or whatever you bought? So that's going to be the new warning coming out soon. It's already out on Steam. But again, I think it's very interesting that it's up here, and it's you know, if you bought Fight Forever, my condolences, but you don't own it if you digitally downloaded it. All right, the Beast Mortos took the victory on there. There's 2 more matches left. One of them's Lance Archer, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a squash match. We have 22 minutes. Hey, don't worry, Santrell. There's going to be a PlayStation 6 out pretty soon, according to all the posts. I still have my PlayStation 3 with all my physical copies of discs. All right, this is kind of cool. If you go and watch, you can watch it while we're talking about it right now. Alarmo, the new alarm clock from Nintendo. It plays Nintendo sounds to wake you up or to alert you or to do all these cool things. It is, I think this is awesome. This is a very cool product. It even like it goes off if you watch the video, little bits by bits, and it mimics your movement. How cool is that? So when your movement, and it does stuff like coins can go off, seeing you stretch, and man, this is technology. If there's not a bunch of AI in this, I may get this. I may have to do this. I'll make a video for the channel if I do. I think it's fun. All right, Harley Cameron. Oh, a tit joke from Harley Quinn. All right, Alarmo, let me know your thoughts on that. I thought it was a cool product. Check out the videos. All right, this right here is a screenshot of the Blade video game. This is from the Blade video game. So this game is actively being worked on. It should be coming out after Wolverine. No date, obviously, set on either one of those games, but this is it. I think this is a cutscene, but something was released from the Blade video game. All right, Lance Archer is out right now. It's weird, but it's kind of cool. Again, if there's a bunch of AI in it, I'm not touching it. I don't want a bunch of that shit in my house. I already returned stuff that was gifts of like voice activated stuff. I don't want that shit in my house. But that is it, the Blade video game screenshot right there. And this is so cool. The Road Ahead, a Quiet Place game, is going to have a function in here where it has it'll turn your microphone on so sounds around you can be heard in the game by the monsters. So if mom comes home with the groceries while you're playing this game, monsters are going to hear it and react in the video game. I think that's so cool. I think it's a very smart idea, and that makes A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, something to look forward to. So I wasn't really looking forward to this game until that was announced. I think that's really awesome. Lance Archer is going to squash this dude. So many squash matches on Rampage. And the Terrifier video game has been announced. You can check out the trailer. The arcade game, it is a side-scroller mashup a la the X-Men arcade game and Ninja Turtles arcade game and Turtles in Time and stuff like that. So you can play as Chris Jericho's character from Terrifier 2 and 3. That is one of the playable characters. Of course, you can play as Art, and then, of course, the little girl, and then the other one, well, I would not name spoilers, but Terrifier, the arcade game, is coming, I think, early next year, so be on the lookout for that. And that's basically it. It's a pixelized game where you use weapons and you kill people. But hey, Terrifier 3 out this weekend. If you want spoiler-free look and review at the LA premiere here in Hollywood, California, check out the video. It is on our page right now. Terrifier 3 is set to dethrone Joker 2 at the box office. Joker 2 taking huge chop from its $37 million opening weekend. So it's looking at like a 60 to 70%, if not more, decrease this weekend, Joker 2. But if you want to watch a real clown do some real damage, check out Art the Clown, Terrifier 3. Yeah, Jericho is in the game. It's surprising, but it makes sense because of like the wrestler, and like you can make him a different looking character. Squash match, Lance Archer wins. Surprise. Here's a throwback. If you ever played ice hockey for Nintendo, you could be ice hockey or Blades of Steel, but they had a skinny guy, a medium guy, and a big guy. Big guy would do the blocking, medium guy was fine, and then the skinny guy would go really fast. That's what like the Jericho character reminds me of. Terrifier is also in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Jake the Snake back. Beast Mortos with a new mask. This was pre-taped. Carl Armstrong on NXT Level Up right now. It's Mr. Raw Power. How you doing? Welcome to the party, buddy. All right, Terrifier 3 going to upset Joker 2. This I watched last weekend. Salem's Lot on Max. I never saw the original and never read the book. On the right, on the far right there, that little boy is Homelander's son. I'm getting burnt out on Homelander's son. This kid is in way too many things. I'm burnt out on him. That being said, I thought this movie was decent. It's under 2 hours. It was a crisp, clean, easy to watch horror movie. I thought they made the big bad. I don't think they made the big bad scary enough. I thought it was a C plus movie. It's a decent watch. It's not something I'd ever watch again. That's why it makes it a C plus. And there's weird things that they cut. There's really cool shots that they cut. So someone comes up from the grave as a vampire. Let's say this is the shot. It's just like this much shown. So cool shot. It's frustrating movie to watch, and then you can tell there's a whole bunch of like relationship stuff that's in the book that they don't touch on in this movie. Like this guy and this girl sleep together, and that's it. Like that's their relationship. And like one of them turns, and the other one's like, "I can't kill them." Like you can. You can. You just hit it and quit it, and now you can't because they turned into a vampire. Anyways, decent watch, not a terrible movie, but you can tell tons of shit was left out in the book. But it was nice and clean. It was a cool watch. No, Mr. All Power, you said not to see Joker 2, so I listened to you. You said don't see Joker 2 and eat your vegetables. I haven't eaten my vegetables yet, but I will have a drink tonight, and that counts. All right. That's what you said last week. I listened to you, Mr. All Power. Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon is not coming back. I swear to God, if that's the end of WrestleDream, I'm going to cancel Rampage for Warner Brothers. I will make it happen. I will go down to those vacant buildings in Burbank and make it happen. Shane McMahon. All this Shane McMahon talk. I'm getting irate already. All right. The Monkey. Let me blow this up for you. The Monkey, Osgood Perkins, he's the guy who did Long Legs. I forgot his other movie that he did. He's doing this one, another Stephen King adaptation that we just talked about, Salem's Lot. James Wan, Stephen King, Osgood Perkins bringing this to life. It is going to be on February 21st. And then Freakier Friday will be on this guy's birthday. Boom. August 8th of next year. And I don't have a slide for this, but also Lilo and Stitch. And another one will be out. Hey, Teacup, only on Peacock. There you go, sound commercial for that. Let me know if you're excited for these. Yeah. Freakier Friday. They're doing their best Macaulay Culkin. That guy should coin that. He should talk to Gene Simmons and coin stuff like that and make bank off of them. All right. Henry Cavill here, seen stealing your girlfriend. He will be in the new Voltron movie. I'm excited for this. I use this old picture of Voltron because that's what I grew up with. I had a toy. I had the blue foot. And then I had a broken version of one of the arms. And then I used like a cardboard box to make the body and other household items to make the rest of the robot. But yeah, I'm excited. I like Voltron. I haven't watched any of the newer updated ones. I think it's cool. And if it's done right with a good fan here like Henry Cavill, I think all things are go. Henry Cavill's other project is reportedly going to be silently forgotten about. If anyone knows what that was, I forgot. It was a Warhammer, his Warhammer project. The funding doesn't seem to be there and a whole bunch of other stuff. It seems to be super expensive, so they're going to quietly put that project to rest. But he will be in the new Voltron movie, which I'm very happy about. You vote Disney for, all right. You like the Freaky Friday movie? Oh, it's coming. August 8th. Voltron. Voltron's fun, man. I like Voltron. Anna Jay. A lot of women getting backstage segments. You could have matches, Tony Khan. All right, and this is the cup and the popcorn holder for Gladiator 2. I think it's cool. I think it's a decent looking one. I think it matches what the movie's about, and it looks functional. So I think this is a cool one. Collectible tub and cup for Gladiator 2 coming this. I forgot when the movie's coming on. There's a tits joke and now an ass joke. I think we can do better. Ew, Chris Jericho's out. That means we keep talking about things not on our TV right now. Yeah, Voltron movie's going to be good live action. I think it's Amazon putting that out. And speaking of Denzel Washington, Knock just broke this in our chat. Doctor Strange 3 will be directed by Sam Raimi. Denzel Washington has officially been cast as Dormammu. Also, Charlize Theron will be reprising her role as Clea for this. No release date is set or timetable if it's going to happen before Doomsday, after Doomsday, or after Secret Wars. But I'd imagine this would take place around Doomsday, right before or right after. And on top of that, apparently in the new Captain America movie, the end credits scene will supposedly set up a World War Hulk movie. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm pretty sure they are casting for, who's that other Hulk? Who's the Chen? I can't remember the Hulk's name, but anyways, the rumor is the end credits scene for Captain America 4 will set up a World War Hulk movie. I don't know what that means with their Universal rights, if they can do a solo Hulk movie like that, or if it doesn't count as a solo Hulk movie because it's mini Hulks combined. And Tatum Paxley wins on Level Up. There's the update from there. What do you think about this? Are you excited for Doctor Strange 3? Doctor Strange 2 was a little bit messy. It just seemed like a lot of pieces were being put together to get through the multiverse, but I don't think enough did it to make me still like the multiverse. But we'll see how this goes. Denzel as Dormammu, and then a possible World War Hulk movie being set up at the end of Cap 4, which comes out February. So we'll be seeing that sooner than later. All right, Bryan Keith versus Rocky Romero right now. This is it. This is the main event. We have 10 minutes left. Noob is excited for Doctor Strange 3. Anything you want to see from Doctor Strange 3? I think it's just going to... time runs out. That has to be like the end of the multiverse. I don't want Spider-Man 4 to be a multiverse story. I really don't fucking want that at all. I hope this announcement allows Spider-Man 4 to be just a Spider-Man movie. Maybe an end credits scene, then bringing him into like whatever Secret Wars is. But yeah. All right. That was the breaking news that we had. So Doctor Strange, time runs out is officially happening with Denzel Washington as Dormammu. All right, this is the positive Warner Brothers DC news. Lanterns, the Green Lanterns show project that's going to be on Max, has chosen Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart for the HBO DC series. I am not familiar with Aaron or the show that he's on, but from what I've heard from people that watch it, solid choice. I'm excited. I'm excited because I haven't heard of him before, and I love these kind of castings with big franchises like this because I'm not expecting anything and I can be surprised. And he's got crazy cool eyes that if they do him right with the Green Lantern, I'm really on board with this. He'll join Kyle Chandler, who's going to play Hal Jordan. Uzumaki. We can talk about that if you want to. I watched that last night. So Lanterns is about Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan and the other Green Lantern Corps teaming up to find there's like a murder that happens in a small town in America, and the Green Lantern Corps come to figure it out. Isn't that something cops do? Isn't that something police do? Why do the Green Lantern Corps need to investigate a murder? I'm sure there's more to than that, but gotta be a smart ass about it, huh? I'm just not so sure about a World War Hulk movie because we got a Planet movie. Yeah, I don't want a World War Hulk movie because now they're going to shoe in his son, Scar, who looked terrible in She-Hulk at the end. I'm still not a big fan of the version of the Hulk that we have. I don't know. Nothing intimidating about him. We're going to have to bring She-Hulk back for this. If you don't bring She-Hulk back for this, I'm going to be kind of pissed that you don't. And you have to bring She-Hulk back. We'll have Red Hulk with Harrison Ford. And then Chen. Again, I forgot who that Hulk was called, but Chen is the name in the comics. It is decent, but it's just like they're starting to have too many Hulks. If they do this World War Hulk movie, there can only be like 2 Hulks left. And I know they're not going to kill his kid or Chen. So there's that. But are you excited for Lanterns? Space Cops, yeah. I know something's going to happen that it's space related. But for Cutter James, I don't know who Cutter James is. Maybe I should start watching Level Up. Scarlet Terror. Yes, thank you, Noob. He looks so bad. Oh. I don't care what you thought about She-Hulk. We have to all agree that Scar looked terrible. You were up and got that one. Amadeus Cho. Why do you think Chen? Amadeus Cho. Thank you, Noob. I appreciate that. But I'm excited for this. Great casting, in my opinion. I don't know who this is. I've heard great things, and I have no expectations. Lanterns. All right, and WrestleDream. Are you watching? It is this weekend. That is it. That's what I got. So if you got anything else you want to talk about, if you want to talk about Uzumaki, that was something else. Again, SmackDown, if you watched it, let me know. I'll watch it later. But if you have any recommendations on things to skip or things to watch, leave a comment and let me know. Rocky Romero versus Bryan Keith right now on Rampage as we have 5 minutes left together. Thank you for spending your Friday night with me. Man, a lot going on leading up to Halloween. Watching it on your mom's birthday. That's wrestling dedication and good son behavior. All right. As we talked about here, we talked about a little bit on Wednesday. I just got to bring it up one more time. SC Scoops reported that this is the smallest crowd at an AEW taping in the show's history. And you can kind of hear it with the crowd. This one says Bryan Keith. Yeah, Uzumaki, if you watched it, it's a very cool, fun show. But I'm sure if you've heard any comments about that show, episode 2, it seems almost like a totally different show. And apparently it's because of like budget, and the show took so long to come out in the first place that they just basically said, screw it. We'll work with what we got. We'll make the rest of the episodes. It'll look how it'll look. It'll sound how it'll sound. But it took so long to begin with. They just didn't want to wait any longer. And it's quite a bit of a drop in quality. Dave and Buster's are showing WrestleDream. If you're near Dave and Buster's, you can watch WrestleDream. Payperview.com. Keith has to win. I'm going to say Bryan Keith takes this one. Rocky Romero is less than a part-timer in AEW. Bryan Keith is here just about every week, so I got to give it to him. Knock and I, of course, saw him live. He can just get away from Jericho. Man, you hear those rumors about The Rock not appearing at WrestleMania 41? What was the point of him coming out of Bad Blood then? I'm not buying into those rumors. I think those are just internet hype, and I think it's ridiculous. I don't think there's anything set in stone with The Rock, but I don't think there's absolutely no plan, and he's not coming back. And I don't think they can drag this out until WrestleMania 42. Oh, almost. Dave & Buster's on Arcade on AEW WrestleDream tomorrow night. Have you ever gone to Dave & Buster's and watched a pay-per-view? And if you have, is it just riddled with children like yelling and like running around? Because it's a Saturday night. I go to one up here on Hollywood Boulevard, but man, it's going to be wild there with tourists and everything else on a Saturday night, plus sports. WrestleDream countdown tomorrow with 2 matches set for 0 hour. You have Peanut Butter M&Ms and the Acclaimed. And you have Brian Cage versus Atlantis Jr. That's the 0 hour tomorrow. Check it on YouTube. All right. Again, if you got any recommendations for stuff to watch, obviously on Max, if you got the time, Salem's Lot again. It's a C+, but I mean, it's a decent watch. I wasn't pissed that I watched it. And there's some cool stuff to it. So again, Homelander's son, he's in so much. Sliced bread. Oh, we didn't talk about this. We'll talk about this when Naka's on, but what your thoughts were on a 2-hour Raw? 2 hours, Monday Night Raw. They're back. I thought it flowed very well. I thought it was nice and quick. I thought Raw was people were in and out. It wasn't just big long promos and big entrances and all this. Everything was intertwining. I thought it was a nice flow to Monday Night Raw. I like the 2-hour format back again, but you can tell some people aren't getting as long of segments as they were before. But let me know what you thought. 1 episode in for the 2-hour Raws. I liked it. WrestleDream in Tacoma. There's Big Bill. bright ass green sneakers on. Neon sherbet green. Aubrey Edwards back is turned every single match. You can interfere all you want in an Aubrey Edwards match. The Diamond does. And that's it. Brian Keith takes it from Rocky Romero. That is your Rampage. What do you think of Rampage? And are you excited for WrestleDream? What do you think of a 2-hour Raw? Are you excited for that? And what have you been thinking about any other wrestling out there? Have you even been watching it? TNA kind of goes in and out, makes some waves, peaks and valleys. That's TNA. All right. That's it. What else you got going on this weekend? What are you watching? We've been warned not to go see Joker 2. The box office is telling us not to go see Joker 2. So you know what I'm saying? Go see Terrifier 3. Some of these places are giving out barf bags now. Not kidding. You get a barf bag with your Terrifier 3 ticket. That's what's going on with that movie. Dallas team won on Level Up. All right. Now we get a preview of WrestleDream on TNT as Rampage ended. Oh. All right. Now we enter our weekend. It's Friday night. What do you got going on? You got a little late night action going on? You calling it a night and getting up early on Saturday? I'm just glad I was a part of your Friday night. I really appreciate that. That is it. If you got anything else to say, now's the time to say it. I'm going to hang out for like 1 or 2 more minutes. Anything you want to talk about, we can talk about Will Ospreay's Sipplejack haircut. We can talk about the weather. Oh, so much to talk about. We can talk about Agatha all along. I'm 3 episodes into that, and I will start the Penguins soon. Of course, if you didn't hear about this earlier, Batman 3 possibly canceled. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it should be continuing? Do you think Matt Reeves should be able to finish his trilogy? Do you think 2 and the Penguin is enough? Or do you think maybe he should stretch out and film a back-to-back 2 and 3? But Batman 3 possibly canceled. All right, this is the build-up show. And this was the show. AEW Rampage watch along with the WrestleDream predictions. Thanks for your time. You know the drill. Hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Love hearing from you. Comment all night long. I'll be right here because I have no life. And you know the rest. For Knock and Eric, my name is Zach. This is West Coast Pop. Have a great weekend and be excellent to each other. Take care, everyone. A comment. Hold on. Scare tactics on Peacock. I'll pass on that. I'll pass on that. Thank you for your comment. Later, everyone.